And it is far quicker to learn a speech in your hands or in your body by having those kind of gestures than it is to learn it by memory, by heart. My name is Esmeralda Klein-Racing and I am the Pitch Coach. And in Pitching with the Pitch Coach, we discuss pitches, speeches, and TEDx talks to see what works and what doesn't, with specific tips so that next time when you have a pitch, you'll be perfectly prepared. This time we're going to discuss a TEDx talk on resilience by Sister True Dedication. Enjoy.
Why is it so hard to change the direction of our civilization?
That's a very good start. Normally, if you have to introduce yourself, you always introduce yourself with your name and the firm or the position you have within a firm. In her case, that would be that she's a Zen monk, Plum Village tradition in France. But if you're introduced and you are in a TEDx talk, you can start directly with something else to grab the attention of the audience. And that is a question in this case. And that's a very good way of grabbing the attention.
I'd like to suggest that what's missing at this point is not more facts and information or even technology. We have more than enough. What's missing is insight.
What she's doing really well is she's soft-spoken, but she's very clear in how she speaks. It's slow, but very clear. Her hand gestures are exactly on point of what she wants to say. So whenever she wants to emphasize something, she moves her hands. If that is in sync, that shows that you're on top of the subject. What she also does very well is taking breaks, being silent. Silence is a very powerful way of getting attention instead of getting it away. So she's very good at using that. And what we can also see is that she's very open. She's literally open. Her hands are not blocking herself in any way. No, they're open. And by having your hands open, you say, I'm a friend. I can be trusted. Don't be afraid of me. I'm clearly not nervous. I have no stress because look at me. I'm able to be open. I don't have to protect myself. So she's doing that very well here.
We can't hope to change the world if we can't change our own way of seeing things, our consciousness.
Very nice use of functional gestures. So there is an outward going gesture referring to the world, and then there is an inward going one referring to ourself. That's a very good way of not only making it easier for your audience to understand what you're saying, because it's just an extra layer of information you're providing, visual layer of information, but it also helps you as a keynote speaker to remember your speech. And it is far quicker, for me, 7 times quicker, to learn a speech in your hands or in your body by having those kind of gestures than it is to learn it by memory, by heart.
But how can we do this? In the Zen tradition, we know that awakening doesn't happen only with the intellect.
Functional gesture, intellect, brain over here. Very simple. And she has a very good position for her hands to let them down. It's not a blocking gesture, but it's still open and it's still very easy for her to start talking from that position of her hands.
Do you remember the first steps you took outside this morning?
What is also very good, what she's very good at is smiling. She has a very engaging smile that is on all the time. And smiling is one of those other things that help your audience to feel calm and relaxed. And you need that calm and relaxedness of your audience in order for them to be open to the message you have. One of them is not closing up your body like you're in stress, because that will make them nervous as well, unconsciously. And one of the other things that you can do is this, smiling.
Do you remember the first tree on your way? Life is there for us, but the question is, are we there for life? Perhaps this morning we had something more important to do. Perhaps we were in a hurry.
And what is very nice is that she is talking about we. Probably she doesn't really mean we as in you and I. Probably she was not in a hurry at this moment. Probably she knew the tree that was there. Probably she was aware of what was happening in the now. But she connects with us by using the pronoun we, not saying you, but we, making it easier for us to understand and to feel connected with her.
Many of us have a feeling that we are running out of time. But when we rush to do something, are we saving time or are we losing it? There is a lot.
That was 3 solid seconds of silence, but it works. It feels like she's thinking about what the next thing will be that she's going to say, and it doesn't make us awkward. It feels good. It makes it easier to digest what she said before that. So please don't be afraid of silence, of using silence.
It is our way of being that has got us into our current crises, and it is our way of being that can get us out.
Nice repetition of a concept, our way of being. Don't be afraid to use a bit of repetition because it will give a nice cadence, a nice rhythm to what you're saying.
Mindful walking can help. With each step, we arrive into our body, into the present moment, and we become...
This is very strong. If you have the ability to demonstrate what you're saying, either by holding up some kind of props or literally demonstrating how to do something, which is what she's doing here, that makes it so much easier for your audience to understand. So very good choice to walk with bare feet, to have a camera angled at that angle so we can really see how to walk and how slowly this walking meditation works.
Fascinated by the whole experience of walking. And for those of us who are physically unable to walk, perhaps we're in a wheelchair, we enjoy the experience of moving through space. And we open up.
That's nice as well. Thinking very well about your audience and thinking which people of the audience might feel excluded from what you're saying, and then adjusting for that. So in this case, if you're talking about walking and she immediately thinks, who cannot walk and how can we include them?
And in the Zen tradition, we also use questions to help us wake up, to help spark awakening. And today,
very nice that she's saying we use questions in the Zen tradition to help us awaken, and the fact that she started with a question. So that is, once again, a very good way of unconsciously already getting your message across by showing what the power of questions is by starting with a question.
I would like to offer you 3. The first question is, who are you? Who are you? Say you're walking to...
What is very good here as well is that up till now, she hasn't used any PowerPoint. And here we see a PowerPoint that has the exact question that she's asking there. She reads it at the same time as the PowerPoint is shown. That is very important because as soon as you show texts, we start reading as an audience. And as soon as we start reading, we can't listen to you anymore. So we've lost you. Therefore, if you want to show words on a PowerPoint, make sure that you read them, because that's a right way of using words in a PowerPoint.
Wil jij als directeur, ondernemer of topprofessional met 1-op-1 maatwerk een perfecte pitch creëren en razendsnel inspireren en overtuigen? Boek dan gelijk een vrijblijvend kennismakingsgesprek op www.thepitchcoach.nl/contact. Tot binnenkort!